All right, another Metal Monday. Happy belated Father's Day, Brett, and all the dads out there. So,
I was just making a post on LinkedIn. I was posting one of our podcasts clips that we do. So, it's important. The podcast, the post, create the content.
Recycle Media pushing out more podcasts. I just talked with someone that we're going to be doing a new podcast with here soon. So keep your eyes out for that. It's going to be launching here hopefully next few weeks, month. I'm excited for that. But we got Bets on the Future out. We got Talking Tires out. We're just expanding our
We've got a pretty good
reach.
little deal we've been working on for a couple years now that we're going to launch. And I think it's going to be big for our industry. I think it's going to be good. And we'll kind of keep everybody posted. You're probably starting to see some things on it, but we got something we've been working on in the background that's pretty awesome. I think that's great for businesses that are looking to expand their like marketing and branding opportunities. So
it's really exciting. So we almost got back up to 390.
Yeah,
we're almost there.
I told you if I bet against it,
you halfway did. Yeah. You didn't make it official because it went against everything you stand for.
Exactly.
But you kind of were talking it down, and then it shot up.
Yeah, China came and said they were going to potentially stimulate their economy, put some juice to it, and I think it's.
They didn't raise the interest rates this time. I think that helped. Things that I've been reading, they do anticipate a couple more interest rate increases this year. So we'll see what that kind of does to everything. But they just we pumped so much money in there. I get it. Got to kind of pull some of that money out of there.
Well, and I still believe that commodity pricing is going to have some legs for some years to go, just because they're still printing money and they're still extending the debt ceiling. They're still now they're sucking liquidity out, via basically kind of demotivating or unmotivating people to build, to construct, to do some of the things to grow, because everybody's kind of waffling on where does this economy go. So they are kind of slowing down the liquidity and slowing down the movement of money. But generally speaking, I'm still pretty optimistic.
You think just the simple supply and demands there, where people just need these materials, they need copper?
There's a certain amount of it that's still needed. I mean, and ultimately, whether we get a big, tremendous growth from China is probably not but there's other countries, like India, that they anticipate is going to see a pretty big growth, period of time, like what maybe China saw, from the, say, early 2000s on, Africa is still a big area for growth potential. And in order to grow, in order to kind of put electric grid in, to put roads in, you still need infrastructure. You need steel, you need concrete, you need copper, you need, a lot of these commodities, these base commodities. So, you always got your short-term blips and ups and downs, but generally speaking, I think that the trend is still our friend in that regard.
So you mentioned steel for infrastructure. Are you still feeling like steel is going to be down here in July? Is that still the?
It seems like
the chatter.
Unless there's something that drives some more positive outlook or momentum, it feels like it could definitely be a sideways to down month. I mean, I don't know that people anticipated June being off as far as it was, but that just speaks to the supply that's available and the demand that's there. So if they can get the tons they need at down 60, down 70 on some grades, down 40 on some grades, then why pay more? That just speaks to the volume available.
But like we always talk about, we did see, I forget which one of the steel mills raise their prices again.
Yeah.
It was just like a week after the price came out, then they raised their prices.
Yeah.
Which, I get it's different. I understand that. But, sometimes it just makes everyone wonder, like, well, why is the price getting killed if they're raising prices?
It could be just somebody trying to stop the bleeding.
Yeah.
Like saying, okay, like we're not going to take our hot rolled coil down, our price down anymore. Like we're going to cap it right here.
This is
we're
as far,
because they took it up like it was like up $50 or
it was up 50.
yeah.
Yep.
So they're just like, okay, enough's enough. And was they down 27% from April highs or something like that?
So maybe they just adjusted it up, and that's the price.
Yeah, they're basically saying, okay, we can sustain this price. And maybe that's just somebody trying, like throwing a dart, like let's just see if we can stop it here.
Could you see that for our pipe company?
Yeah,
right?
sometimes.
Have you seen the price on that?
Yeah,
going
we're
down?
usually lagged. We usually lag behind the market a little bit, but yeah, pricing is starting to push down the value chain to where you're because what here's the deal. It's not what you're selling new steel for, what you're selling, say, new steel pipe for, is not necessarily driven only by the commodity price, right? Mm-hmm. It's a big component of it. And so you should see discounts in it. Will you get the complete, if the price of steel is off 27%, will you get to see the complete 27% correction? Depends on the product. But generally speaking, I mean, just like our costs have gone up, the cost of a material handler, operator, the cost of a forklift operator, the cost of
just power,
the cost of infrastructure, whatever that is. So you're gonna have to figure out what that is and kind of work that into the price as well, right? And so it's not a pure 1-for-1 ratio.
It's a little more complicated. So you're just seeing companies find that sweet spot again to adjust with these new markets and the new pricing. Well, we'll see what it does. I'm curious if copper breaks 390, gets back to 4, before 4th of July.
Everything was a little bit soft this morning. I mean, everything from PGMs to base metals. I mean, I think copper was the only one that was half-assed flat. And
it's off 2 cents
now. It's starting to come down a little bit. So, generally speaking, it's not a bloodbath, but it's sure not a green light go.
It's a typical Bloody Monday for us.
Exactly. We're used to it by this stage in the game.
All right, thank you, everybody.
Have a great week, and I hope everybody had a great Father's Day. If it applies to you, then and you do have a dad out there somewhere, or else you wouldn't be here. And if you have kids, great. Happy Father's Day to you.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, take care.